Okay, so usually every year, I think like more so, I usually do this in May. But I just wanted to celebrate my birthday then. I usually put out a gratitude post for just being alive. In 2019, I had like emergency surgery to remove my colon, so I live with the ostomy bag, which is, I guess by now, probably by choice, I could have got it reversed. So I gained and I lost a lot of things. And I'm definitely feeling the weight of it this year. Just like having a lot of successes. But like before, like I said yes to surgery, I was completely ready to like to be okay with that was gonna be the end of my life. And just seeing how much like I've done, like how many people like have supported me, or that like I've like inspired or helped just for by doing what I feel like I was called to do is just sometimes like I'm super grateful for it, but it's also a little overwhelming about like the amount of gratitude and gravity like just like existing in this world can have like versus not existing. I was willing to make this like a funny post about like what it's like living with an autoimmune disease or ulcerative colitis. Being like a lot of me in the bathroom. Which I mean, definitely when I was initially diagnosed, it was, now that I have an ostomy bag, it's not really like that. Yeah, so I don't know what else to say. What I was gonna say. Oof. Okay, the laugh made me better, made me feel better. I feel like I can talk about it and not be like, but yeah, but I also wanted to like, I have to take time to rest. It's not like, okay, like I'll be fine if I don't. Like I know what it's like when I didn't, and it literally meant like I wasn't taking care of myself. And like if I try to push through, usually I end up in the hospital. So some things are not about like, oh, okay, speak, like it's usually just about me like continuing to like have preserve my quality of life, and the amount of work I am or am not doing. Like I feel like at this point it really just feels like if as long as anybody just continues going and like I continue going, like I'm gonna get where I need to be. It just might not be like tomorrow, but I've also felt like times when like I've pushed and put in so much effort, it just wasn't the right time. So it didn't matter that I was like going 100 miles an hour anyways, like I was bound to crash. But I think I also like experienced the weight of like, I had surgery maybe 7 days before my birthday, in 2019. And so like a lot of times like I not only am celebrating my birthday, but celebrating being alive. And also trying not to feel the weight of the grief of what I lost. Like my memory is a lot worse. I don't know if some of you like realize like I can't remember everyone's names the way I used to. Or if I was in certain places, like I always wasn't amazing at it. A lot of my short-term and long-term memory like is gone, and I have to like actively work on it to even like little things like keep up with. And it's like not an excuse. Like I know like it definitely makes people feel some type of way, like if I cannot remember certain stuff, but it's really not you or them at this point. It's something like I'm actively working on improving. Some of the things that me having autoimmune disease early on in my 20s that like then was devastating, but now like I see as it was definitely beneficial. Like my eating habits are a lot better. My mental health practices are usually a lot better. My ability to have empathy was something I don't think I had before. And like in the same way, like I could, you know, like you can be understanding of where like someone is in their life, but not necessarily like I didn't have experiences to like be like I felt that way that you're feeling. And like a lot of times like I won't tell that to people because like you never really know how they're feeling, but like to have like gone and lived through certain things is different. But yeah, so all of this is pretty much just to get me start putting out content again to some extent. Using this little room, I guess. But yeah, this is pretty much my like appreciation, gratitude, thank you post that I usually do every year. But usually I do it in May. And then I just had way too much going on to really do it. And I was just feeling more of the pain. I'm like reliving what my life was rather than like just enjoying how far I've come. guess I'm still, and some days I feel like, oh, like, it's so long ago, like, you should just get over it, like, it shouldn't be a big deal. But it was such, like, a huge changer for my life. And, like, the way I live, like, the things I can and can't accept, like, I can't deal with stress in the same amount of way, or, like, and I can't even, like, allow other people to provide certain things in my life. So, like, I personally have to, like, remove myself from, like, situations, again, just to make sure I don't end up in the hospital. And it's hard when you have to do that. And do it with people like you love, and you just can't be around them because you just want to continue to live. And especially when you know, like, they don't understand because they weren't there. And I have a lot of friends that, like, checked up on me, and during that time and afterwards, basically, like, be forcing me to tell them how my health is, because I just don't think it's their issue. And then people that don't know, it's like there's also this part of me that, like, forgets that they weren't there. It's like you weren't with me when I had to relearn how to walk. And you didn't hold my hand when I had, like, an NG tube down my throat and I couldn't talk. You didn't sit there and write letters with me and scribble on notebooks or play games. And just to, like, keep my mind active, and I'm so grateful for the people that were there. But, like, I forget not everyone was. So, like, these past couple months, I think I just wanted to enjoy that I had, like, just gotten, like, this far. And not, like, always feel like I had to keep pushing forward or making tons of motion or movement. Like, I wanted to get back to, like, enjoying, like, simple things and, like, going for walks and going to see my family and watching movies and TV, which I had done so little of prior to this year. I mean, I've always made time for TV, but, you know. All this to say, like, I give myself time to grow and heal, and if you're feeling any type of way, I would give yourself that time too. And also, maybe as much as you want to press other people, they'll grow when they're ready. And it's not always up to us either. Everyone's life has their own timing. So, thanks for listening to my rant. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this.